Hello again, this is Adam, and I was hoping originally to do the 1.5 Redstone update today, but I realized there's some other stuff I should probably cover before that, so that's gonna have to be put off for now, but I will get to it eventually, I promise you. So today we're going to cover what I call a Redstone inverter. I don't know the official name for this, but this was actually, I'll tell you now, the original inspiration for the Redstone repeater, and you'll see why shortly. So the basic concept of this is a redstone torch attached to a block that is receiving power will be turned off. So as you can see, this is the most basic example. There's a redstone torch here. Here's the lever. When I turn the lever on, the torch turns off. Turn it back on and the torch goes, or no, turn the lever off and the torch goes back on. So this torch is powering this block above it. Notice that having a torch next to a block will not give it power. The block has to be directly above it. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just the way it works. So yeah, this is turned off. If I get rid of this, it goes back on, and so forth. Also, if it's receiving a redstone charge from like a redstone dust, it'll also turn it off. As you can see here, this is turning it off too. So yeah, now this is very, very useful for making a lot of different redstone things. First, I'm going to show you the very basic original application of this. So this is where the whole idea for redstone repeaters came from. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. So what you want to do is, in order to have an inverted and extended charge, what you have to do is you essentially have to make it so there's a path of inverted, redstone that is inverted at a common interval. So see, with this, remember I mentioned before, there's normally a limit to how far a redstone charge can go, but you can see this gets rid of it, because provided the redstone charge can reach this, like provided this torch can power far enough to reach this torch, it turns this off, which means this torch does not turn this torch off, which means by having this torch on, we actually have the redstone power extended to the range of this torch. So you can see, by making sure that there's an even number of inverters, you can make it so a lever at the beginning will turn on. Well, when the lever at the beginning is turned on, the redstone at the end is also turned on. Oops. Here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna hit this lever, and you'll see that it just got switched, and now my redstone lamp is on. So yeah, this can extend a redstone charge really indefinitely. And now if you look, you can sort of see the resemblance to repeaters, because if you remember, I showed in a previous episode, this is how you make a repeater. It has like this stuff, there's the redstone torches and the redstone in between it. This is made very similarly. You can sort of see the basic structure of the repeater, like the redstone torches and the redstone. Now, as long as I'm here, it's very important that the redstone current feeds into the side of the block, and that the current coming out from the other side has to be coming from on top of the block next to the torch, not from here, because this block is receiving power. So, well, actually no, this block does not emit a redstone charge at all. So as you can see, no matter what I do, there's no charge coming out of here. So it has to be on the top. And I think you might be able to make this work. Oh yeah, you don't need a 2-block interval in between. I just use that because it's slightly more redstone torch efficient. I mean, in theory, you can have like something like 10 or 12 blocks in between them approximately. So obviously, this is not the most efficient way to set up a redstone inverter path. This is just a way I chose to do it for convenience right now. So let me see. Yeah. So another thing, this is actually much more redstone efficient than using a redstone repeater, because obviously, like, using a redstone repeater, that requires 3 redstone, as you probably saw. I'm gonna see if I can grab it again. Yeah, see, it requires 2 for the torches and 1 for the actual redstone. And this just requires a torch, and you would need the redstone to put it on this block space anyway. And it doesn't actually cost you extra redstone to go up this space in blocks because this redstone would be here anyway. So it's actually a lot more efficient than redstone repeaters, but sometimes just to make sure that the current doesn't spread to like adjacent things that you have attached or cause other problems, it can just be useful to use repeaters instead. Also, remember I mentioned in the first episode that unless the redstone is actually feeding into a block, that block is not getting power. You'll notice it's not feeding into this block, and as a result this torch is not inverted, even though there is actually a charge that should be going up to it. Hopefully that will be fixed in the next update, but I mean, I'm not too enthusiastic about the probability of that happening. So, there's a lot of uses for this. For example, if you want to be able to set TNT off at a really long distance, or just do anything from really far away from where you're doing something, that's all just really useful for this. So another thing that's nice about redstone inverters that you cannot do with redstone repeaters, and that's why I like it. It allows you to send a redstone charge directly upward without having to use steps. And you can see I've just got this thing going up here. Maybe make it go a little bit higher. Yeah, so, and then I can put a lever here, or I can put like this thing connecting to a torch, or a lever here, or whatever I feel like doing really. And it allows me to invert the thing going straight up, as opposed to having to like build in a spiral staircase going all the way up here. This is much, much faster. So, applications of this. One of these, which is pretty nice, and I'll come back to this probably in future episodes, but just for the sake of having a little bit of fun right now, you may be able to guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to mess around with a little TNT. So, now you need to make sure to attach the TNT only to the redstone torches that are not receiving, or the redstone torches that are turned off, and the block directly above it, because that block is not receiving power. You don't want to attach it to an on redstone torch, obviously, because that'll activate it, and you don't really want to attach it to a block that's receiving power. So yeah, I can flip. That didn't work. That's not good. Right, that was supposed to fall. It didn't, obviously. So yeah, it's not perfect, as you can see. This block should still be receiving power, so I should be able to test. Yeah, if a TNT touches a block that's receiving power or a direct power source, it'll explode. That probably also has something to do with the lever being right here, though. I'm pretty sure this should also... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Hold on. I should put water here. Nope. Too late. Too late. Okay, well, when you play with TNT, sooner or later something's going to get destroyed. So, I probably should have seen that coming and taken better preparations for that. Well, no real harm done, especially because I'm on creative. So, yeah, there's quite a few other uses for this, and for the redstone inverter, and it's one of the most fundamental things in like really high-tech redstone stuff, like stuff. I know there's like, I don't even know how to describe this, but there's like, people do like craziest things with redstone sometimes, and it's ridiculous how much you can actually do with just like a toggle switch thing. I'm not going to show any of that now, just because I just can't wrap my mind around it, but this is used for a lot of things. So if you're looking into doing advanced redstone, this is something this is a very basic thing that you should know how to do. So yeah, that's probably about it for now. So yep, thanks for watching. Goodbye.